är det enda ni gör på dagarna? Ni sitter i det där ventrilo och spelar Dota.
Vi sitter här i väntan och spelar lite.
Hey guys, today I'm going to give you some tips and tricks on keeping your foundation from going cakey. I tend to get cakey around the under eye and the nose pretty much, and sometimes around the mouth. So yeah, I've got some tips on my phone, so if I look down it's because of that. Alright, key to non-cakey powder is to use two methods with pressed powder. First tip is dust with a large brush over T-zone, under eyes and all over face. This way, or if you like, use a powder puff or flat circular sponge. You've seen the ones that you pretty much get in every pressed powder. Use a powder puff or flat circular sponge to press powder onto other areas where you placed any double layering like foundation over concealer. So like under eyes and like the nose and that, I would use a smaller brush just to pat in the powder onto that instead of, because when you wipe it on, like it'll just wipe it all off. Anyway, the next tip is so when you're layering like foundation over concealer, use a smaller brush like a flathead shadow brush to apply pressed powder to the area. And if you want to use a loose powder all over face, make sure it's a finer powder, as that's where you get most of the cakiness from it is, because most of the loose powder foundations are pretty thick stuff. So as you've seen my Australis one, it's like really thick, so it'll go on fine on some places, other places will go on, like on my forehead, it will go on this part here really well, and then this part, you put it on and it'll be on little bits. You got to really work it in, and it's just like too much of a hassle. Anyway, where are we? Yeah, so that is pretty much it. Basically, I'll go just my tips, like in step. Like my 5 tips are: press powder over T-zone, smaller brushes around the creases of the face, like under your eye and that, and pretty much don't use a thick loose powder foundation, because that is just going to cake up and look really horrible. Yeah, so basically that's it, if you can get anything out of that. Pretty much what I've done in my last foundation routine video was all, if you watch that, this is pretty much just explaining what I've done in that. So yeah, pretty much just use a smaller brush under the eyes and everything, pat it on the cheeks with a sponge or something, and over T-zone you're best off to dust it, but I prefer to pat it all over. But I've only got a brush at the moment, like a small brush, so I just sweep it out. Well, I kind of pat and sweep kind of thing. Anyway, you'll see it in my last foundation routine what I do. So yeah, anyway, that's a few videos back, so I hope you get something out of this, and thank you for watching. I'll catch you all later in the next video, I guess. Bye.
Det är det enda ni gör på dagarna. Ni sitter i det där ventrilo och spelar Dota.
Vi sitter här i väntan och spelar lite.